Hey everyone, it's Adam here. That's me waving bye to Heather. I've done travel vlogs like this in the past, like Euro trip travel vlogs. They're all in my travel playlist if you want to check them out. But no one really ever watches them, and most people just downvote them and just kind of, you know, they're for me for the memories, but they don't really matter. Um, I'll stop talking in bits where there is talking though, so you don't have to hear me talk twice. Hey, United Club in Boston though is kind of nice. First time in there, I had a couple hours to kill, so worked out pretty well overall. Anyway, I'm in the United Club at Boston Logan Airport. This is going to be an interesting vlog because I'm going to a work event. Um, so I'm going to share as much as I can without talking about work. I'm speaking at a internal conference. That's probably all I can say. So let's follow along. All right, we are here in Netherlands. Well, Amsterdam. Let's get on the train. Those of you that have been to Amsterdam before, it's actually a really nice town. There's a lot of culture, a lot of history, good food. So I highly recommend it. Luckily, our corporate office is right by the central station, so it's kind of a quick, like a 5-minute walk or so, right down to kind of the new modern commercial district. I was only in Amsterdam for 3 of the 5 days because of the event I was participating in, speaking at, and uh, listening to. I learned a lot actually. It was really good. It's an internal event. It's not for external stuff, so I can't really talk about it. But this kind of giving you guys a view of Amsterdam, even though there's no gimbal. So we were doing it over at this place here. I was running late, unfortunately, because my flight arrived and I ran right over, so I was an hour late to the event. Hey, look, a bike. But really nice venue and well done overall. I had a blast. I'm going to cut to some of my reaction next. That's weird. Somehow I got put into the executive floor. I don't know what that means. Well, we have an espresso, which is nice. Oh, it's not really that big. Well, it's actually big for European standards. Nice view. I need to get my gimbal out. I actually can't stay in here too long because I have to, yes, welcome to you as well. I can't stay here too long because I have to, man, this event is rough. It starts at 8:30 in the morning. It is 6:30 and it just ended. And then we have a 7 to 9 p.m. social event at the cafe, the Delirium Cafe downstairs. All right. I'm very tired. I got like 2 hours of sleep last night. But good event. Wish I could tell you about it, but I can't. Sorry. But good event. I'm speaking tomorrow, so I'm really excited about it. All right, let's enjoy the view of Amsterdam. And now let's go back downstairs and meet our coworker. The conference is now officially over. It went good. Thanks for asking. I had no idea that the most of the board of directors would be there, so that was a little bit nervous. They're all people I've spoken to individually before at different events, but never like, they're all together judging you. How are you spending my money? That kind of thing. But it was good. Can't really talk more about it though, unfortunately, maybe in 10 or 20 years. Okay, I've got a tourist night in Amsterdam, so I'm gonna get my camera. I'm also gonna be a total tourist by wearing my second lens on my hip for nighttime shots. And I'm gonna go walk around the city. I found a great Italian place for dinner. Yes, Dutch food is amazing, but I never get good Italian food in the US, so I had to kind of pick one. I'll have some Dutch food though tomorrow for breakfast and for lunch. So my girlfriend who lived in Italy for like a year, she approved of this place, so that's a good sign. Yeah, So let's go out and kind of explore a little bit. So this was actually like the next day. The event was over, so I basically went on what I call a photo walk. So I walked around, finally visited the Amsterdam Apple Store. I visited more Apple stores than I care to count. I think maybe even close to 100 in total that I visited. This was a cool one, though. The upstairs was closed off, though, which was kind of a bummer. But nice store. Had a great Italian pizza and Napoli-style pizza. Photo walked. Took about 200 photos around Amsterdam that evening. Kind of stayed out of the tourist areas. Then later, I found another Italian restaurant and had these beautiful raviolis and tiramisu and espresso. It was fantastic. Then it started raining, so my camera is water resistant, so I got some good pictures that night. Nice time overall. There's our corporate office. It's midnight. I am heading home. Whew. Good evening. You know, it was a nice time. Had some beers. Fun. But I'm exhausted. We're going to our hotel over here. It's so cool though to see the corporate office. Like, it's the mothership, you know. It's not our only office, obviously. We have like 77 offices. Whew. Anyway, it's midnight. Time for bed. And the only thing left was a first class ticket. So the next few clips you're going to enjoy a lot. It's the high speed, which I always take. Yeah, I got a kick out of this whole situation.
Open your card, business card. Student card, please use the local trains. Thank you in advance.
So, I'm in a premium box. It's business premium with Wi-Fi. All alone in here. So I was trying to book the shortest train ride to Brussels. And the next train left like 3 hours. They're all like $49 to go from Amsterdam to Brussels Central on the or MIDI on the high speed. But this one was leaving in like 10 minutes. But there were no more $49 coach tickets available. There was only a $97 ticket available. And here we are. We're in our own room. This is seat 13, right? Yeah, I'm in my seat. Yeah, so stupid. Hopefully no one else comes in here. This is the best train ride ever. This is seriously the best train ride ever. We're going 100 miles an hour watching YouTube videos, eating food. Alright, we're in Brussels. This is not Brussels Central, but Brussels Midi. Time to go get my hotel and then find some beer. That's why I'm here, for the beer. This never happens to me. Train station, hotel. That never happens to me. Having a hotel right by the train station. Alright, not a bad room at all. A little bit of damage up there, but... Alright, time to get organized. I always go to Brussels for the beer, so that's what I'm doing at various lambic distilleries, breweries, Moder Lambic, Cantillon, buying beer. Those are fries, by the way, with curry sauce. More beer, sausage and beer, frites and beer. That's all I do in Brussels. There's no real cultural stuff going, oh, but I did rent a car in order to buy more beer. Which you'll get some clips here. Just an overview of what it's like driving in Belgium. But next clip, a small sedan pulling a motorcycle because people don't have trucks in Europe. They just use their little sedans to pull everything: yachts, trailers, bikes, whatever. Oh, look at that sedan pulling an R1200 RT. Very, very common here. Best beer store in Belgium. Oh, by the way, this is my car. Yeah, it's not bad actually. It was a lot of fun driving it. Tons of body roll, but tons of great features. Very comfortable. So in Belgium, you pretty much buy all of your sodas, juices, teas, some smoothies and such at stores like this. Hello. That's also where you recycle. All right, well, I got about 15 beers there. Now we're at De Hopduvel in Ghent. Had to buy 3 things of mustard and another beer that was exclusive to that store. And after that, mustard, to the 3F brewery. Well, this is actually their blendery and aging area, not their brewery. Bought 18 more bottles, and sorry for the no gimbal here. And then had some fantastic drinks with some new friends, which you'll see pictures at the end of this video of all those drinks. Really, really good time. It was a lot of fun. 3F used to be kind of very traditional, and now they have a new younger partner who's kind of influenced them to do new blends, and he's doing a really nice job. So these are all the bottles that I'm shipping back to the U.S., almost all of them. And then here at De Heren for traditional Flemish dinner and beer. Really great restaurant, highly recommended if you're in the area, but you pretty much need a car to get here. So I'm reading the news and drinking an Orval. 2 years old Orval, which is nice. You know, I never take walking around Belgium for granted. It's just so nice here. Every village is just such a great personality. It's beautiful with history and art. Everyone is so friendly. It's so beautiful. I'm going to the ATM. Get some cash out for a couple of bottles. And another lazy evening back at the hotel. It always happens around like day 5. That concludes Saturday. Now this is Sunday's breakfast at the Park Inn. Pretty good actually, sausage and croissant. And then the Groot Dorst, which they only open Sundays from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So try to go every year, once a year, and just enjoy some bottles with people. I always meet some Americans. In this case, I met some Canadians. They were very nice. And then a Decam, which is another lambic blendery, to see Carol and buy some of his newest Creek to go. And then what else did we do after that? Oh yeah, train ride back to Amsterdam. So that's pretty much it. I'm ending the video here with a review of the Citizen M Hotel at Amsterdam Schiphol. It's a very tiny hotel. Not good. I had a terrible time. Seriously, never stay here. But my flight left the next morning, so I kind of had to stay somewhere. This is so weird. What a weird looking hotel. How close the doors are together. What? This is the size of my first apartment in San Francisco. There's a sink there. This is so weird. I really don't like this. Man, they packed as if this is what millennials are into, I'm not feeling it. They packed as much as possible. Okay. And don't tell me this is just Euro rooms. This is not just Euro rooms. This is Japan. This is Japan. Also, I haven't talked to any people yet. I got here. No people helped me. I used a kiosk to get my key card. Jeez. So that's pretty much it. Next morning, I had a croissant and ham for breakfast. Got on the plane, and 12 hours later, I was home. Good trip, great time, had a lot of fun, drank some good beer. I'm going to leave you guys with about 5 minutes of pictures. These are all pictures I took with my SLR. I'm doing it at 2-second intervals, so you can pause if you like something and want to take more in. Or you go to my Flickr channel, my Flickr page. It's in the description below. You can look at it there. I update Flickr almost every day, so there's always something to see. Yeah, and I guess I'll talk for a second since we're just sitting here watching pictures and stuff go by. This is probably the 20th time I've been to Amsterdam or Brussels. I was going at least 4 times a year for a few years. It's a really great. It's just a fun place to visit. You know, Amsterdam and Brussels are very close together. You can go to Eindhoven, you can go to Rotterdam, you can go to Ghent or Antwerp or Bruges. From there, you can go out to Luxembourg, you can go to Cologne quite easily, and then down to Paris. My girlfriend and I one year took a car from Brussels to Cremant in the Champagne region of France and did a weekend. So I mean, the whole area is just so close to each other. And I always enjoyed just like that. This day alone, I did like 10 miles of walking around Amsterdam and just had tons of food and drinks and sightseed and just took pictures of stuff. And it was a ton of fun. You know, I really just love walking around cities and taking pictures. And that's what I did for that Friday night until like, midnight or so. Of course, some pictures of some GSs if you're interested in bikes. And I didn't know anything about Belgian beer when I first started going here, but by going on these trips, I started learning about Belgian beer, and now I make a point to go to Belgium when I go on these trips for a couple of days, just to see old friends that I know from Rate Beer and taste new beer and eat the food. I love Belgian food, so it's just a perfect place to go. I definitely get along better than Belgians than I do with people from Netherlands. It's just a personal thing. I mean, all the Dutch I've met have been nice. I just find the Belgians to be a little more warm and welcoming. It's just personal experience. I'm sure it'd change if I lived there for a couple of years, but that's just what I've gone through. But yeah, obviously there are a lot of great beers in Belgium. There's Trappist style beers, doubles, triples, and quads. There's all kinds of wheat beers, and there's now like a new wave of craft beer in Belgium. They're kind of brewing a lot of styles that the Americans stole from Europe and then changed. Now the Belgians have stole them back. I always go and drink the traditional lambic spontaneous beers when in Belgium because they're impossible to find in the U.S. So I enjoy drinking them. These are all handheld shots, by the way. That's why they're a little bit fuzzy. I enjoy having those beers while I'm in Belgium. And then buying like 20 to 50 bottles and shipping them home to myself, so I get to keep enjoying them year round. All these places are full of Americans. My girlfriend and I have a rule: if we go into a place at random and there's more than 2 other Americans there, we leave because we want to find a kind of an authentic local experience. Unfortunately, with the lambic breweries and blenderies, you're going to get a lot of Americans. It's just how it is because we're all kind of sheltered from this kind of thing in the U.S. I mean, you can find lambic here, but it's usually the fake variety or it's really expensive. I mean, we're talking about like €5 a bottle here or 25 in the U.S. So even shipping them back to myself at €5 a bottle, it's still cheaper than buying them in the U.S. if you can even find these, and it's pretty rare. The Tom Tom stuff, it's always a fun time. I was invited to speak at these are the Canadians I met, at a small internal summit. Great learning experience. Tons of just like hundreds of really talented engineers from all around the world went there. I can't thank the management enough for putting the money up to like make this whole event possible. Just the travel cost alone, I can't imagine how much it costs. So it was really a fun time. And I hope they do it next year. And I'm invited to go back next year, even just as an attendee without speaking, because I learned a lot. It's always nice to get to go to these things and see what other parts of the company are working on. That collaboration is just fantastic. We're getting towards the end now. I will probably be going back to Belgium in October with my girlfriend on a vacation. And then hopefully a couple of days in Italy is what we plan on doing. Italy or back to Champagne. We like going to Champagne a lot. But Belgium is a fantastic country. Everyone should visit at least once. Take in the food, take in the culture, take in the beer, the sights, the history. Just soak it up. It's such a beautiful country and deserves your attention on your list of places to go. And rent a car. Don't be afraid. Rent a car. Just get the insurance or use my United card has primary insurance coverage for rentals, and my Amex has secondary, so you can use those in lieu of the insurance coverage. Take the high-speed train. Just, explore. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care.